Hello guys, it is finally time for my living room makeover. I'm pretty sure I've posted a living room makeover like 3 times a year since I've started YouTube because I just can't figure out my living room. But good news, I finally have figured out something that I absolutely love. I am so in love with how the space turned out. It truly feels so much more like us. It's definitely different than what you're used to seeing on my channel. It's a lot more modern. This video is in partnership with Castlery. They were so kind enough to gift this furniture to me for this living room makeover, and it truly made such a difference. I am so in love with every single piece. Everything turned out so good. So we're going to be replacing all the furniture in here. We're also going to be decorating for spring. So it's going to be a living room makeover, spring decorate with me all in one. My favorite kind of video to make. So I hope you love this transformation as much as I do. This is my favorite my living room has ever looked. I've never been so happy with it and so content with this space. So I can't wait to show you. Let's get into it. Jumping right into it with a blank living room. We got rid of our old couches and chairs so we can completely start fresh with brand new furniture. Before any good makeover, I want to make sure we start with a clean slate, so I'm vacuuming up any crusties that were under our old couches before our new sectional, chairs, and sideboard get delivered. And would you look at that? It's here. Now let's get to unboxing everything. You guys, all of these pieces just slid right out of the boxes. I was so shocked that there was no assembly required whatsoever. I got a few different pieces for this space, but we're gonna start with our sectional couch because that's the biggest furniture piece, and we're gonna use that to anchor the rest of the furniture, so we wanna put it out first so it can be our guide. This is the Jonathan leather modular sofa from Castlery in the color warm taupe, and it is a dream. Oh my gosh, let me tell you. The color, the quality, the texture, the comfort, everything about this couch is unmatched in my opinion. I opted to put this taupe colored couch on this lighter gray wall because I have taupe colored curtains on the other side. So this will help balance out the colors on both sides of the room. I love modular couches because you can configure it in multiple different ways so you can really get the best fitting layout for your space. Immediately when setting up not only this beautiful couch, but all of this furniture, I was honestly taken aback by the amazing quality and the beautiful architecture of each piece. Castlery is a modern furniture company that creates a story for every room in your home. They craft furniture that is timeless, using high quality raw materials that are built for longevity and multi-purpose use. As it is a direct-to-consumer brand with no middlemen, they are able to extend honest pricing and affordability to their customers. This couch is so comfortable, like way more comfy than I anticipated, to be honest. And it has been so great and functional for me and my family. We have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and 2 kids. So having this practical couch that looks good too is just perfect for our family. We also got the Sloane Sideboard, and when I tell you my jaw dropped when I saw this in person, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. I do not know if this is gonna fit on that wall. Whoa! But we're gonna see. Does it fit perfectly? It has a beautiful dark stain wood with a fluted detail on the front doors, and it also comes with brass hardware, and it even has soft closed doors. This piece is so pretty and totally elevates our space. And I finally have a console table to style now, plus 4 additional storage for any decor or dishware. So honestly, this piece is a win-win in my book. Moving on, let's unbox the last pieces from Castlery. These are the Paloma Bouclé armchairs in the color Snow. These are a creamy white color with a soft bouclé fabric that's very durable, and it's also stain resistant. These have a modern curve and a more organic shape to them. The back has a unique design, and they are way comfier than they look, to be honest. I love these, and also my cats love these. They are very attracted to these chairs and they love to scratch them, but since the bouclé has a loose woven texture, it's much harder to notice any imperfections in the fabric, so I really appreciate that. I also like how they gravitate towards these bouclé chairs rather than the leather couch, so it's really, I feel like these two together are their perfect combo. By the way, if you are on the market for some new quality furniture, Castlery is having a match and save sale where you can get up to $400 off on Castlery's website with a minimum of $5,000 spent. So now is the time. I always recommend to jump on things when they're on sale so you can get the best deal. Now let's bring in the coffee table. This is a new one I purchased from Walmart for only $100. It is a faux plaster material, so I thought it'd match well with our plaster fireplace, and I love how the round edges and unique legs just go with the other modern furniture pieces in the room. I'm also throwing in an older antique piece to balance out the old and the new. So I love this scallop side table. This is a Facebook Marketplace find that I will always find a place for in my home. I'm adding 2 more ottomans in the front of the fireplace to finish off the space. These are linen with grid lines, and I love the subtle pattern these guys have. They're also storage ottomans, so perfect for blankets or toys or whatever. Just another practical item that serves a purpose while also looking good. So I'm not loving how traditional these legs were giving this ottoman. So we're just gonna take it off and see if we like it better. I had them without the legs and I liked it because it was the same level as the couch. I like the legs, like the color of the legs and how it matches the dark wood of the sideboard. But I don't know, not a big fan. So we're just gonna remove them, but let me know what you think. Do you like legs or no legs? All our new furniture is set up and it's looking so good, but now comes the fun part where we get to give it some personality by decorating and making it cozy by adding some throw pillows and blankets. These brown teddy pillow covers are from Amazon, and I thought they'd pair perfect with the Bouclé chairs while also providing contrast, which corresponds to the other brown accents in the room. Let's add some coziness to the couch now. Because it's leather, I wanted to add some cozy pillows, but realistically speaking, I don't like to have too many pillows on the couch because they always end up getting thrown off like 90% of the time by my kids anyway. So it's always easier to have less pillows so there's less of a mess to clean up. I'm putting a long Bouclé white pillow on this side paired with a darker brown faux fur throw, putting the Bouclé pillow here across from the Bouclé chairs to balance out the color and the texture on this side. I added some more pillows to this corner of the couch, but I actually ended up switching them around and putting them on this bench over here, and then putting this checkered pillow on the couch, which I actually like much better because of the short shape of the lumbar pillows. It just fit much better on the shorter couch. I'll show you what I ended up doing with the pillows and our little bench seating area in just a minute, but first let's start decorating these floating shelves. We decided to replace our old floating shelves with thicker, sturdier ones. These ones are pretty flimsy, and I'm not a fan of how small they are. I'm always decorating these shelves. It is my job, and they are not even big enough to fit coffee table books. So we're gonna do a little upgrade so they look thicker and just better. My husband Nick built these beautiful new 2-inch floating shelves from scratch for me, and I couldn't be more grateful. He used a table saw to bevel all the edges so they met at a 45-degree angle and the corners look as seamless as possible. He used wood glue and a brad nailer to keep everything in place, and of course used wood filler and lots of sanding to smooth over any imperfections and splinters in the wood. Then he went over it with a wood conditioner and a natural wood stain. To take away any orange tones of the stain, we used a really diluted whitewash on top to lighten the wood and to give it a more cool undertone. To mount it in the wall, we screwed in a 2x2 to the studs of the wall, and then we put the floating shelf over the 2x2 board and screwed the shelf on the top to secure it into the 2x2. Overall, these shelves turned out exactly what we were hoping for, and considering this is the first time Nick has done this technique, I think he did a great job. And they definitely look way better than the flimsy shelves that were here before, so I am loving these, and now let's decorate them. Starting with this travertine vase I found at HomeGoods, I put in some cherry blossom stems and some blooming stick stems that I found from Hobby Lobby. I like mixing these two stems because it feels like half of them are bloomed and the other half is kind of making its way to bloom, and it's just perfect for the spring season, and they look so good together. I put this darker brown lamp from HomeGoods on this side to add some height, so this side can feel more cohesive with the height of the other side where our flower arrangement is. Also adding a candlestick with a candle on top. For the middle shelf, I'm adding this vintage flower picture. I actually got this print from Temu. It came in a pack of 8x12 canvases, and I just put it in a darker wood frame to bring the darker contrast over here to this lighter wall. I'm also adding a candlestick in a charcoal vintage vase that has a similar shape to the lamp that's diagonally under this vase. Next, I'm stacking some coffee table books and a wooden knot on top to bring in some warmth while also providing those natural elements. The top shelf, I'm putting a wooden square pedestal and a scalloped planter with some hydrangea stems in it. Then I'm stacking some books and putting a fluted marble bowl from Target on top of that. Then I'm adding my 2 funky vases. I love the modern feel of these, and I think that they complement well with the furniture. This shelf is a mix of vintage and modern and spring, and somehow it all flows together and it all flows with the room perfectly. I am just loving the vibe of this. I'm adding this little vase with some light pink tulips to this scallop side table. I didn't want too much on here because we are using it a lot, so I wanted to save some space on this area. For the coffee table, I'm adding another wavy vase, but this one is a dark brown color. Then I'm adding some marble coasters in a wooden tray and a frosted candle holder with a candle on top. This candle smells so good. It is the City Lights scent from Hobby Lobby, and because it's just the wax by itself, it still gives a slight smell in the middle of the room without having to light it, which is just great and so convenient for my kids. And my favorite part, you guys, it is time to decorate this beautiful fluted sideboard by Castlery. This is my first time having a console table or anything like this, so to say I was excited to decorate it is an understatement. I'm adding this large brown vase from McGee & Co. and putting some large hydrangea stems from Hobby Lobby inside, and I'm using 4 total. I'm really spreading out the flowers so it makes a big, tall statement on this wall. Next to the vase, I'm adding this modern ceramic candlestick with a fluted LED candle. Next to that, I'm stacking some coffee table books, and I'm adding this white marble fluted bowl, but I'm gonna replace the white book with a brown one so the bowl can stand out just a little bit more. I also added some frosted glass beads to the bowl, and these have woven strings on the end, which is a great little natural detail and just a great contrast that it brings to the inside of the bowl. The other side, I added a modern circle-shaped lamp, a watercolored picture frame with some neutral and mauve colors in it, and then I'm also adding this little flower arrangement that I stuck in this grid patterned planter that is from Target. I'm also putting in this marble scallop trivet and adding in some cherry blossom flowers, the same cherry blossom flowers that are on the other side of the room, just so it corresponds a little bit. Okay, yay, the styling on the sideboard is done, but I'm trying to decide between this big arch mirror with the rounded corners. I love this, so beautiful, it definitely matches the vibe of the room, or this big art piece that adds a little more color. Both look great in my opinion, but I'm curious to know which you guys like better in this space. I love the idea and practicality of a mirror, but I don't know, I'm really loving the color and the interest that the art is adding to that wall. Leave your vote in the comments on which piece you like better paired with this sideboard. I am so curious to see what you guys think. Okay, everything is looking good, and I almost thought I was done until I realized this back wall was feeling a bit dull and cold. I wanted to add some contrast, warmth, and coziness, so I decided to add a cafe curtain to this back window. This is a brown and white gingham pattern, and this actually was a lot more sheer, but I ended up folding it in half and using an iron-on hem to make it shorter and to add an extra layer so it's a lot less sheer. I used a tension rod to hang it on the window, and I also added these comfy pillows that were on the couch to the bench. I absolutely love how this little corner turned out, the coziness that the fabric adds to the wall. I love the more vintage feel that this design brings, and I also love how practical this is. The contrast, the color, the pattern, everything about this little cafe curtain is just so cute. I love it, and it was the perfect added touch to finish off my new living room. what did you think? Let me know what you thought of this space. I absolutely love how it turned out. I feel like it's so much more practical too with the brown leather couch, especially for our pets and our kids. And it truly just turned out like the living room of our dreams thanks to Castlery. Don't forget to check them out. I will link all of the furniture pieces that I got down below in the description box. Thank you again to Castlery for helping me make my dream living room space come true. And thank you to you guys for watching this, for sticking around. Let me know what you thought in the comments, what your favorite change was in the space. I know that there's a lot of really big changes and it definitely totally shifted the entire style of our whole house. And honestly, we love it so much. I feel like this just looks so much more like us. We are able to lean into our modern style a little bit. This is just my dream space. I know you guys can just tell how happy I am with it because I truly love it so much. Anyways, let me know what you think. Tell me all of your opinions in the comments below. If you're new, I would love to have you subscribe and stick around. I post all kinds of videos like this. I do home makeovers all the time. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a little comment, even if it's just one emoji. It helps me out so much. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you in a few days in a new one. Bye.